Aloha and good evening, everyone. My name is Tatiana Kwong, and I'll be facilitating tonight's meeting along with my colleagues, Sam Nichols, who will be taking us step by step through the My Energy Use web portal, and Kanani Imai, who will be sharing tips on how to save energy and money. We all three work in education and consumer affairs at Hawaiian Electric. And on behalf of Hawaiian Electric and Hawaii Energy, thank you so much for taking the time to join us tonight. Before we begin, please note that this webinar is being recorded, and a link to the webinar and other educational materials will be sent to the email that you've registered with. Next slide, please, Sam. Thank you. So again, welcome everybody to the My Energy Use web portal webinar. The focus and sole purpose of tonight's webinar is to help you gain knowledge on how to navigate the My Energy Use web portal, which can help you save money. We want you to leave tonight's webinar knowing how to set energy alerts, view your energy usage, lower your energy costs, and save money by doing so, and learn how to best use energy and make it work for you and your family. The My Energy Use web portal is a great tool that can help. A few quick mentions. Please do not use the raise hand function. Instead, please submit your questions through the Q&A chat located on the bottom right-hand side of your screen. After the presentation has concluded, we will review the questions that have been submitted. We may not have all the questions or answers, to your questions, but we'll be sure to follow up with you via your registered email. Please note that if you submit a question anonymously, we'll be unable to determine who you are and may not be able to respond. So if you prefer, you may also submit a question to our email account at cetemp@hawaiianelectric.com, or you can call us at 808-543-7511. And we'll post this contact information at the end of the presentation. But at this time, it is my great pleasure to introduce you to my colleague, Sam Nichols, who will show you exactly how to make the best use of your energy, the My Energy Use web portal. Sam?
Good evening, everyone. Your advanced meters captures your energy use in 15-minute increments. The My Energy Use portal allows you to review that information. So why do you need that info? So you can become familiar with your family's energy use patterns or their bad habits. You can make adjustments to your energy use and ultimately save energy, become more sustainable, and save money. Maybe I should have led with that first. First, you will see how to access the portal and then how to monitor and actually learn about your energy use. And I'll show you how to create energy alert notifications and then how to download your information using the green button. So this is your Hawaiian Electric bill over here. On the left side, I'm going to assume that most of you are familiar with the energy use graph from your electric bill. It shows your energy use every 29 to 32 days, and some folks' bills show half of one month and half of the following month. The data is pretty much stagnant, but with all the information that you get from the advanced meter, you can get dynamic information like what you see on the right. That means you can pinpoint information that's important to you. When do you use the most electricity? What part of the day or which day? How much did my energy increase on the weekends? Or did it? Did it increase because I was doing chores? You no longer get a lump sum report at the end of the billing period. You can see your energy use live. The information from your advanced meter is presented to you in a platform called the My Energy Use. It's a portal or window into your energy use. And before I go to the next screen, I just want to point out right here on your bill is your meter number. We're going to talk about that a little bit later, right here. So how to access the My Energy Use portal? Go to hawaiianelectric.com/my account. You can do two things here. You can register online if you've never been to the site before. If you have any trouble setting it up, you can call our customer service and they can help you. Once you are registered, you can log in to access your account. Input your email and your password, hit login, and you will arrive at this screen. So then you click on the My Energy Use. Like it says, welcome to the My Energy Use portal. When you're in the portal, feel free to play around. Click here and there. You won't break anything, and you won't change anything with regards to your historic records or your electric bill. The more time you play in it, the more things you'll discover about the portal and about your energy use. When logging in, you are presented with the most updated report. It shows your latest daily usage, how you did last week, and compares usage since your last bill. So let's click on View Electricity Use. And this is the chart overview. You can search by a variety of dates. You click on the range, and then you input the date range you want to review. So you can find out exactly which dates you want to investigate. You can also zoom in on 2 weeks, or you can choose 1 month or a year or 2 years right in this area. So once you have a year's worth of data or more, it'll make it easier for you to compare your usage. And here, the information, the 1 year and the 2 year are gray because the account isn't old enough. Once you do hit the 1 year, then you'll be able to access that. So you can compare 1 month to the same month of the previous year. It's better if you compare your current month with the same month of the previous year because you can get a better, more accurate comparison because you're comparing the months versus, you might have had one which was a hot month and then the very next month may not have been as hot. So it's good to compare April to April, March to March. So the slide range down at the bottom here, and that's depicting 2 weeks. So this is highlighted 2 weeks. So this is 2 weeks here. So when you're in the portal, you can slide that around and it'll take you to 2 week increments here and there. You can choose to look at your energy use by these time increments. 15 or 30 minutes, hourly, daily, weekly, or by billing period. This program is designed for both homes and businesses. As a home, you want to use consumption KWH. Always consumption. The other choice in this dropdown is demand, and that's actually a special reading for businesses. And unfortunately, I believe demand populates first, so always be sure to change it to consumption. And here's a helpful tip. Since this is a 2 week report, you can tell when the weekends are because the Saturday and Sunday bars are always shaded. You see that? So you know where Saturday and Sunday are. So Friday and Monday are pretty easy to identify too. So this graph depicts a simple daily report for a 2 week time period. What if you took this 2 week time period and say, I want to look at it in 15-minute increments instead of daily? Oh, that's a lot of detail. The information on the chart is crazy hard to decipher. I would recommend you look at 15-minute choice when you're looking at a single day. And I'll show you the benefits of that later. So let's go back to the top of the 2 week chart. If you toggle on high-low, right there, it will point to the highest and the lowest energy use on that chart. So August 1 was the lowest and August 6 was the highest. I wonder why. We'll investigate later. Next, I toggled on the Show Hover chart. So it will give you a chart of information wherever you hover. So if I were to hover over to this first bar here, it would give me this graph. And wherever I move my mouse, it will give me the graph specific to that area that I'm pointing to. So I personally find that these charts block my view because it pops up wherever I put my arrow. So I toggle it off unless I really need to use it. So we're keeping with the same chart here. But before I go on, let me say that Hawaiian Electric does not know what you are doing and when. We don't know how many people are in the home, or if you have air conditioning, or if you leave the lights on all day. We don't know. These individual charts are strictly for you. You can look at your charts and figure out what your family was doing and when. Perhaps with better understanding, you can improve your energy use, reduce your consumption, and save money. So if this was my chart, I would wonder, why is my August 1 so low? Or why is my August 6 so high? So I click on the comparison chart at the bottom and I request to see a bill period average. So these comparisons at the box are good fun. You have a choice of high temperature, low temperature, precipitation, rain, humidity, last week, or bill period average, which is what I chose, the bill period average. So you can actually compare 4 different things at once too. You can compare it here. You can choose same drop down here, here, and here. So let's go back to our investigation. So I double click on one single day, August 1 here, and I get the hourly energy use for the whole day. So let's take a moment to study this. The time period goes from midnight to midnight. So we have zoomed in on a single day where the energy use was low. So let's look at the energy usage by the hour. And I've chosen to compare the energy use to last week. See the purple line? And like I mentioned before, you can also choose other comparisons at the bottom. Have fun, go crazy. Anyway, the usage at 2 and 3 o'clock are indeed low compared to last week's usage. Why? What happened during the day? Did the kids go to grandma's after school that day? Did we not turn on the AC? Only you and your family will know that answer. Have you heard on the news that Hawaiian Electric asks you to reduce your home's energy use between 5 and 9 p.m.? It's because that's when the most energy usage is happening and when we have less power coming online. That is our island's peak energy use. Businesses are still operating, malls are open, the ACs are running, families come home, cook, clean, power on their home ACs, they turn on the evening lights, and so on. 5 to 9 is when the most energy is being used. During the day, we have abundant energy because of solar, but at night there is no solar, so we use fossil fuels. It's not just Hawaiian Electric, but many utilities on the mainland ask their customers to reduce their energy use during peak periods through conservation, energy efficiency, or to shift their load, meaning move unnecessary electrical usage to another time period outside of the peak period. Knowing your family's own energy use patterns and making efforts to offset usage during 5 to 9 will help our islands move away from fossil fuels. So when Hawaiian Electric asks you to reduce your home's energy use during 5 to 9, study how much electricity you are using during this time period. Here I chose an average day, July 28, and I asked for an hourly breakdown. Does it say consumption up at the top? Yes. Okay. So this report shows there's a lot of use from 5 to 9 p.m. Oh, excuse me, from 5 to 7. So you ask yourself, what are we doing at that time to make it so high? Well, are you cooking? Probably. Taking long, hot showers? Doing laundry? What can you do in your lifestyle to decrease that usage? Only the real homeowner knows for sure. So you have the power to change. It just takes a little forethought and getting used to the change. Here are 3 ways you can reduce your energy use between 5 to 9. Load shifting. You move or you shift some of your energy to another time period. So say like you were washing your laundry during the peak time period. Instead, shift it to the daytime. You reduce your energy use. So if you're doing a lot of cooking between 5 to 9, instead of heating up that whole oven, try using a microwave or an air fryer. And let me tell you, the air fryer is my favorite piece of appliance in the kitchen right now. It is so wonderful on cooking not just French fries, but we cook steaks and pork chops and potatoes, do baked potatoes, um, made brownies in them. It's so great, and you can cook and you don't even heat up the house. Or you can conserve energy, take shorter showers, make them a little less hot. Um, one of the things as a mom, when I'm in the kitchen, one of my two of my favorite yells, mom yells, is don't stand with the refrigerator door open, which I'm sure a lot of you probably have told that to people in your family as well. But my other yell is close the door before you pour. My life is all about conserving energy. So when my family opens a refrigerator door and they pour their juice into the glass while standing in front of the open door, it just kills me. I think they are saving time by doing it that way, but they're not saving energy. So close the door before you pour. Also, to conserve, do something as simple as turning off unnecessary lights and TVs around the house. So let's go back to our July 28 chart again. Look at 10 a.m. What the heck is going on at 10 in the morning that it's as high as the highest point at night? Let's drill down. I double click on the bar that I'm interested in, and it gives me this report. So now this is a great time to ask for a 15-minute report. When I hover over the highest bar, right there, it tells me what time I'm using the most electricity at 9:15 to 9:30. This is the same time that I'm getting ready to go to work and I'm doing my hair. Did you know that hair dryers, flat irons, curling irons all use heat? And every time you involve heat, the electrical usage goes up tremendously. For example, if you set your hair dryer on cool and low, it uses 130 kilowatt hours. If you turn it up to high fan and hot, it shoots up in seconds to 1,500 kilowatt hours, from 130 to 1,500. So your curling irons and flat irons get very hot, and they use a lot of electricity too. I set my curling iron to 350 degrees, and it makes me cringe because I bake cakes and cookies at 350 degrees. Here's another investigation on the same day. Can you bring your energy use down when you're asleep? What is using electricity while you sleep? Fans and air conditioners are obvious, but what about power strips? Do you turn them off? Is your refrigerator motor constantly running? It shouldn't be. Can you turn the temperature down just a little? Is the refrigerator filter clean? Does the seal on the door leak? Is it old? Do you have a second refrigerator or freezer? And is it in the garage where it's warmer and dustier and the motor has to work harder and use more electricity? How efficient is your nightlight? Seriously, some can be 10 watts while others are 0.025. Can you challenge yourself to reduce some of your late night energy wasters? With your advanced meter and your energy use portal, you can see how effective your efforts are. The thing that really perplexes me here is this chart. This one right here, right there, 5 a.m. Why would energy drop lower at 5 a.m.? If you want to investigate further, you could run a 15-minute report, but for the sake of time, we won't. So some of you may have solar panels. So I'm going to segue now to photovoltaics, which is also called PV or solar. This PV home chart is a 2-week spread with daily information, and we're at consumption, kWh. When you have solar, your reports depict the energy you received from the utility, which is here above the line. And then under the line is the energy that you sent to the utility. This chart is all about giving and receiving, giving and taking, sending and receiving. Your electric bill and the energy use portal do not provide information on the solar energy your system creates and immediately uses during the day because it doesn't run through the utility meter. The PV panels create it and the house uses it. So the sent report here, down here, that reflects the extra electricity you created and sent to us after your home's private solar usage. If you want to know the total power your PV generated, you will need to look at your monthly report that you get from your PV. And if you don't get a monthly report, you should ask your solar contractor about it. So this chart is daily, and it shows us that you're sending a little more electricity than you're using. What times are you sending it? When are you using it? You can drill down to 30 minutes or even 15-minute increments to investigate and understand your use better. On to the next category, energy alerts. If you want to be alerted when your home's energy use reaches a certain level, you can set your My Energy Use portal to give you a message when you've reached that limit. Keep in mind that reporting currently lags by 2 days, so consider that when setting your thresholds. I understand the lag will become less in the near future. Let me show you how to set up your energy alert. Here we have, this is the full screen right here, this whole screen. So you can see everything on the page. Look in the upper right-hand corner where it says alert. Click on this and it will take you to the alerts page. You agree to receive the notices from Hawaiian Electric. And then under the usage threshold, click on Add. On this page, you can select all the parameters you want. First, select your meter. You will probably see two choices. One is your old meter, and the other one is your advanced meter. My recommendation is to look at your electric bill that I showed you in like my first screen. Look on your electric bill to confirm which is your current meter. If you don't want to go look for your electric bill, just click on one, see what kind of information it gives you. If it gives you stagnant information, that's your old meter. If it gives you a lot of choices, that's your advanced meter. So we're going to set our thresholds. I have chosen to notify me when the billing usage is over 300 kilowatt hours. How do you want to be contacted? Choose between text messages or email and fill out the appropriate information. Disclaimer, if you pay for text, then text messaging rates apply. You can create the same alert for your entire family by adding recipient and add their contact information. I would do this so everyone in the household would know when we met our mid-month goal. Did we reach it too soon? How can we adjust? Let me say, rest assured that setting energy alerts does not affect the delivery of your power in any way. It won't slow down like some cell phones do. And once you make your selection, remember to save the changes in the bottom right corner. Now we go into the fourth and final aspect of today's portal training. When you look at the portal in all the charts we just went through, you get instant information. But what if you want to save or print that information to study? You can see your cumulative information in an easy to read chart. You go to download my data at the top of any of the charts. Under download my data usage, choose the CVS format right there. And then you choose electric and then choose your meter. We talked about that already. And choose your intervals. You can ask for daily 15 minutes billing, just like the other date ranges. And then you can provide the start and the end date of what you want to investigate. Then under choose columns, choose what information you want on the report. If it's just for me, I just want to know like the dates, the times, and the kilowatt hours. The next is the row sort. So you're able to push up the different columns. So you have the first column that you want is appearing first on the chart. So then, right here, download your energy. And you go to your download on your computer and it'll give you a report that looks like this. Now I had just asked for daily information, remember? So it's giving me daily information. However, if I had asked for 30-minute increments, it would give me the time for each increment there. The account number, if I were to grab this column and spread it out, it would give me the full account number. And then here's the KWH that I'd be interested in. So we're still in the green button, download my data. Let's go over to the next type of report, which is the green button. We were CSV earlier. Now we're in the green button. So the green button, let me explain this. It's an industry-led program to provide you, the homeowner, with secure access to your energy usage. Customers are able to download their detailed energy usage with a simple click of the green button. What's special is that they can securely share this info with third parties, like outside energy companies, your solar contractor for the purpose of sizing or financing your rooftop PV, or programming your home energy management devices, or you can use it, if you get an energy auditor, this information can assist them in making determinations. More energy companies have this green button capability as time moves on. So just like before, under the download my energy data, you choose the green button, your meter, 15-minute increments, daily, etc., whatever it is you want. I've got daily here once again. And then be sure you've got consumption kWh and your date range. Then you click on download. Remember that, do you remember that previous easy to read Excel file we just looked at? Well, when you choose the green button, this is what you get in the download. I call this a data dump. I think you can see why. However, the energy industry companies that have this program nationwide will be able to make heads and tails out of it. And this is why it's secure. I hope I was able to provide you with some new insights to the My Energy portal and make it easier for you to utilize. Remember, you cannot affect your energy use or your electric bill by using this portal. So feel free to do any what if scenarios you want. And I only touched on a few of the basic features. So when you delve further into the program, you'll find that it can help you in so many other ways as well. It's pretty user-friendly, so have fun and use it to help you reduce your energy use. Next, I'd like to ask Kanani to tell us about Hawaii Energy and their helpful programs.
Thank
Kanani?
you, Sam. Thank you, Sam. So, Hawaii Electric works in partnership with Hawaii Energy to equip customers with information to become more energy efficient. And Sam, you can advance to the next slide. Hawaii Energy really is a great resource for energy savings, tips to maintain your appliances, and how to properly recycle them. They also offer rebates for purchasing energy efficient appliances and offer a marketplace on their website where you can purchase items that reduce the energy use in your home. So tonight, I'll be sharing some of Hawaii Energy's tips and information with you. As Sam had mentioned and shared with us earlier, between the hours of 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. is peak hours, the time where most of our energy is being used. And we understand that one of the hardest things about shifting our energy use to non-peak hours takes time to form the behavior change. So let's start with lighting, one of the easiest and quickest ways to see energy savings. You can save up to 90% on home lighting costs by switching to LED bulbs. And what is great is that Hawaii Energy works with a variety of local retailers to offer instant in-store discounts on Energy Star LED bulbs. And with the holidays upon us, don't forget to swap out your old string lights to LED lights to save as much as 80% on holiday lighting costs. To see the latest lighting promotions and where the LED bulbs are available for purchase, visit hawaiienergy.com/promotions. Next is water heaters, one of the largest sources of our energy costs. One way to lower your energy bill is to use less hot water. And some of the ways to do this are to take shorter showers, like how Sam had mentioned, use low flow shower and water faucet aerators, and to set a timer on your water heater to turn on only during the hours that you need it. So if you remember the slide where Sam was talking about the overnight energy use, one example of how to achieve this is by using a timer on your water heater to turn off during the hours when hot water is not needed. And when you're ready to replace your current water heater, consider options like a solar water heater or a heat pump water heater. So solar water heating can save as much as 40% on a home's water heating costs. And for a family of four, that's as much as $600 a year. A Hawaii energy rebate plus state and federal tax credits helps make this upgrade more affordable. And switching to a heat pump water heater can also reduce your water heating energy use by 50%. It uses the warm air around it to efficiently heat your water. And to learn more about the available rebates, you may visit hawaiienergy.com/water heating. If you are in the market for a new water heater, Hawaii Energy has a great comparison chart to help you figure out which water heater is right for you and your home and your family. So visit hawaiienergy.com/water heating types for a downloadable version of this chart. Next slide. Thank you, Sam. So home cooling is another source of large energy usage and costs. As we all know, fans use a lot less energy than air conditioners. And if you use two fans instead of an AC running for 4 hours a day, you can save as much as $345 a year. However, we also know that Hawaii is very hot and humid. So if you do use your AC, one of the easiest ways to help to save energy is to reduce the heat in your home by closing the blinds or curtains during the day. And that can block up to 25% of the sun's heat, so your fans or AC does not need to work as hard to cool the room. Another tip is to use your AC's energy saving mode so that it shuts off automatically once your home temperature has cooled sufficiently. Raising the thermostat to 78 degrees can also really make a big difference with energy savings. And if you do have a central or split AC system, regular maintenance can help it run more efficiently to use less energy to cool your home. You can receive a rebate when you hire a Hawaii Energy participating contractor to tune up your AC. If you need help finding a participating contractor, visit hawaiienergy.com/find a contractor. If you are thinking about getting or replacing an existing AC in your home and are unsure about which type is the best for you and your family, Hawaii Energy also has a great comparison chart for air conditioners. Visit hawaiienergy.com/cooling for a downloadable version and to learn more about cooling rebates that are available. So now I covered a lot of tips, charts, and rebate information from Hawaii Energy, and that is a lot to digest. So the best thing I could say is to go to hawaiienergy.com to learn more about all of their energy saving tips and all of the different rebates available. So now I'll turn it back to Tatiana.
Thanks, Kanani, and thanks so much, Sam. We really appreciate that great information. And later this week, we'll be able to share this recorded webinar along with other educational materials to the email that you've registered with to help get you started. But before we jump into the questions, again, just want to mahalo everybody for joining us and say on behalf of Hawaiian Electric and Hawaii Energy, mahalo for your time tonight. And again, if you prefer to reach out to us via email, you can do so at cetemp@hawaiianelectric.com or by phone at 808-543-7511. I hope you guys do that tonight and go get started and start doing your My Energy web portal. It's really, really great. It's a great tool. And I want to jump into the first question. We had some that are um, specific to their meter situation. So I'm going to follow up with those tomorrow and research it further. But tonight we had a few questions. Sam, this would go to you. If I already have an online account with Hawaiian Electric, do I need to re-register to access for this portal?
No, you don't. Actually, there's no need for you to re-register. Once you log in and you have your email address and your password, you can go right into the My Energy portal site.
Okay, great. Thank you, Sam. Another one is why would I need to do a comparison using humidity? How does that help?
Okay, so the humidity or rain, you think about it, when it gets really humid, sometimes you might see sweat on your refrigerator, on the side of the refrigerator or the freezer, and that's meaning that the motor is actually working harder. So if you were wondering why your electricity went up, it may have been because it was so humid. And that chart gives you a good idea of what the humidity was like. And you also, same with temperature. You know, you can run a humidity and a temperature comparison and see what the different lines show you.
Okay. Thank you, Sam. Kanani, this one's for you. With the holidays coming up, are there any recommendations on how to conserve energy?
Oh, yes, that's a great question. So holiday decorations that do not use electricity obviously would be the greatest way to save and to conserve energy during this holiday season. Things such as garland or reflective ornaments are great ways to add sparkle without using electricity. However, if you cannot part ways with the festive lights, consider using the LED string lights, which will save up to 80% on the holiday lighting costs. Setting timers on your lighting is also a great way to conserve on energy or to be energy efficient. To turn on only when it's dark outside and to turn off before your bedtime. Ovens also use a lot of energy. So when you're doing your holiday cooking or baking, cook foods together in the oven that need to cook at the same temperature to shorten the time when your oven is on.
Thanks, Kanani. The great tips. Sam, I think this might be your last question. Can I access the My Energy Use portal on my mobile device through the Hawaiian Electric app?
You can access it, but you'll get a better experience if you use your PC because of the charts and the information that's available. But if you wanted, quick information, it does have a lot of features, but many, many more features if you go to your PC.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Um, Let me see. Oh, sorry. How do I know which meter is the most current on my portal?
Okay, if you go to your electric bill and you look on the upper left-hand side of your electric bill, it will give you a meter number. And if you utilize that, then you'll know which is the one that you're using now. If you have the 2 meter numbers that are up when you're trying to make that choice and you don't want to go look for your bill, just click on one of the meters and see what information it gives you. And like I had said earlier, if it gives you stagnant information, then that's the old meter. That's not your advanced meter.
Okay, that's helpful. Thank you.
Huh.
Okay, let's see. Last question for Kanani. What types of rebates are available for home appliances?
Yeah, that's also a great question. So Hawaii Energy has a variety of different rebates available for heating or water heating, for cooling your home, and also for lighting. But not only to purchase appliances, but also for maintenance as well. So the best way to find all of the different rebates available is to visit their website. So if you go to hawaiienergy.com/rebates, you'll be able to find all of the different rebates available that they have for you.
Great. Thank you so much. And thank you for everybody for joining us tonight. Great questions. And I hope that you folks learned so much about the My Energy Use web portal and start using it tonight. I think you'll really enjoy it. It's very beneficial. And again, if you want to reach out to us for more information, please do so by reaching out via email or our phone number on the screen. Other than that, this concludes our webinar. Mahalo for your time and aloha.
Good night.
Aloha. Good night.